What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be switching it up a little bit different. I'm going to be go ahead and telling my very first story on this channel. I'm pretty pumped about it. We're going to be doing something different and going away from actual grow content. I went ahead and just decided, you know what, I'm going to throw up a little bit of F1 2023 gameplay to this video, just so you guys can see what I'm doing. I literally haven't played video games in probably 9 months. I literally hopped on Xbox just for this video. This is my first race on. So if I was a little rusty, fucking don't give me shit in the comments. But without further ado, guys, let's get into it. This story is about the very first time I smoked weed. So this video starts off actually for 2019. I was 17 years old, just getting out of high school. Now, just to give you guys some background, I was a goody two-shoes in high school. I was the type of kid that, not necessarily like president of the anti-drug club or nothing, but I was the one that was like, I looked at you differently if you had fun, pretty much. If you smoked weed, if you did anything out of my norm, I guess. Growing up, I've always been super sheltered, not necessarily like, I've always spent time with my dad riding dirt bikes and racing. My dad used to be pro back in the day. He used to ride for factory Honda, and it's always been a part of his dream for me to go pro and professional. This story isn't about that necessarily, but this story does take place while we were at a race. This happened in 2019. So instead of walking at my graduation, I decided, fuck that shit. I wanted to go ahead and try to race the Hangtown Regional Qualifier for Loretta Lynn's. I made it in the C class, pretty much the shortest way I can put it, but you know, that's a whole different story for itself. I ended up qualifying, and for my senior graduation present, whatever you want to fucking call it, long story short, my dad sent me out to Oklahoma, Marietta, Oklahoma to be exact, to stay with his buddy that he used to, you know, ride and race with when he was a little bit younger. Anyways, I've known his kid, we're gonna call him Braden in this video, ever since I was sucking on a goddamn pacifier. He's been one of my best friends ever since I was little, and we have a bunch of fucking stories with this kid. Even though it's kind of controversial, I hated him for a while, but you know what? Everything that happens in your life is to build character. And I realize that now, but you know what? Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So I leave with them. I'm driving in their fucking Ford Transit. We're sitting in the back. I remember this drive taking 4 days. It's like a 20-hour drive. We get there. I'm greeted with a nice little pillowcase and sleeping bag on the nice hardwood floor. That was gonna be my sleeping arrangements for the next 7 weeks, but I didn't care. I was away from home and having a blast. I would say 2-3 weeks went by. Me and Braden didn't really do much. We pretty much just stayed at the track, did nothing but riding and dicking around. Lit off a bunch of fireworks and stuff because, yet again, we were traveling from California. We stopped in New Mexico, so you guys already know. But the track owners, they had this younger kid that was a junior in high school at the time come in every other day to come weed eat and mow the lawn and water the track. He wasn't able to ride and drive the actual fucking big tractor to prep the track, but other than that, we met this kid named Nick. And it pretty much just after this 3rd week, the last 5 weeks was an absolute fucking blast. I have so many stories to tell. We jumped this dude's truck, we just, so many things. So anyways, Nick introduced me and Braden to Carson, and oh my gosh, these dudes are just a straight couple of hillbillies. Like, they're, just to remind you guys, their school in town is so small. I think they're telling me it was like 91 or 93 kids in the whole school. That was freshman, sophomore, and junior and senior class. Anyway, so they take us to the spot in town, right? It's literally just like 1 5-mile strip of just the school, bunch of housing arrangements, and next thing I know, there's just this one fucking Sonic right next to the deli market, you know, like the fucking one-stop shop where you go get your milk and your cheese and everything. And everyone in the town goes to Sonic at night and just hangs out and has a blast. Now, I remember this night super freaking vividly. I remember we pull up to the goddamn Sonic fucking, you know, you drive in and you park and then you order at the window. So I remember ordering fucking mozzarella sticks. Now, long story short, these things were fucking heat, dude. These fucking mozzarella sticks were absolutely gas. Probably top 3 mozzarella sticks in all Sonics, bro. This fucking Marietta, Oklahoma Sonic was bussin', brother. Fuck. Anyway, so they're introducing us to some of their friends, some of their classmates, and they introduce us to the local fucking, I'm not gonna say whore, but as long as you guys, you know, stick around to the end of the video, you guys are probably gonna see, you know, being like the quote-unquote prettiest one in the only school. You know, she's had relationships with every fucking good-looking dude at this school. You know, the two dudes we're actually hanging out with currently had a thing with her, which is kind of funny. But, I mean, I remember going to a whole bunch of shit. Like I said, we jumped this kid Nick's truck, fucking went to the dirt tracks, just rode hella dirt bikes and just did stupid shit. Took Braden's great-grandpa's Lincoln and just did fucking burnouts and slid the fuck out of that and just did stupid shit in that. Got fucking pulled over and I was in the trunk and just so much just bullshit, dumb fucking stories. But after pretty much, you know, 5 weeks of hanging out with this chick, I grew really attached. I really liked this girl, never did anything because I was scared. I still a virgin at the time, did nothing. I was a goody two-shoes kid and nothing really came of it. You know, whatever. It is what it is. I have fucking what I have now and I'm fucking blessed. But anyways, getting back to the story, the 7 weeks goes by, I make a relationship, I really like this fucking girl. Never really hung out with the girl for like 7 weeks straight and really like built a connection like that, so that's probably another reason why I was, you know, attached as I was, but whatever. My parents come, they drive from California, they pick me up in our fucking Chevy pickup in our fucking 20-foot enclosed, I don't know if it's 20, yeah, we'll say it's 20 feet enclosed trailer. It's a little single axle. Anyways, they pick me up and I just remember this drive from Oklahoma to Tennessee being so fucking long, dude. Maybe it's just because I was by myself with my sister and I don't know, I was just thinking about all the fun I had and I don't know, I didn't really want to go racing. I never really had fun like that. I was always kind of like, every weekend would be like a race weekend and my dad would be like, no, you need your sleep. So like, I don't know, I was really sheltered kind of growing up, didn't really have the most friends except for the friends I would see at the track. But I remember this part super vividly. We're literally coming across the border. Fuck, I don't even know what that river's called. Fuck, yeah, I don't even know what the state is either. When you're coming fucking eastbound, I don't know what the hell I'm thinking. You're like just going over the river on the big ass bridge. I remember this so vividly. Right as we're cresting into Tennessee, I see the big fucking "Welcome to Tennessee" sign and all this, and I look over and I see the big fucking Bass Pro Shop pyramid looking thing. And I remember going, holy fuck, dude, check that thing out. And right as I said that, I looked down and I got a snap from the homie Braden. Now, I think you guys already can tell where I'm going with this, and it wasn't just one snap, it was multiple fucking snaps. I got videos, he told me it wasn't him, it was her. I mean, it doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't even matter. But I got videos of, you know, them doing the deed and them fucking, period. I guess that's all I can say is that's pretty much what kind of videos I got. And dude, it fucking ruined me. I was so bummed. I remember just like holding in a cry the entire way to Tennessee. Now, this incident right here did affect my riding. I got shitty fucking starts, bunch of tip overs, just bunch of stupid things. I remember like, I think my first moto was my best start. I came around like 5th, and then some kid came off the track, and then Lily came on the track, and the track was so ruddy. Anyways, I fell. Anyways, it was just like middle of the week. I'm bummed, just staying in the Airbnb room, watching fucking, I remember this vividly too. I'm watching a Goblin video. Which one was it? I think it was the first time, or no, it was like one of the worst Xanax I ever taken. And the last half of my senior year, I was curious about what all of my friends were doing, and just like, I wouldn't get invited to parties because why would they invite me if I'm not gonna do anything or have fun, you know, which I don't blame them. But so I started listening to Goblin a lot, listening to his fucking shenanigans and his tomfoolery. And it really made me fucking curious. And I remember this, my dad came into my room and was like, Carter, come out here, bud, I want to just talk to you for a little bit. And he pulls me into the trailer, and I remember just like, as he's giving me this pep talk about just like I need to be focused and hit the reset button. I just look to the left and I see his pipe with a big old bowl of fresh green packed up. And he sees me kind of looking at it, and before I know, he's like, you want to take a hit, Carter? You want to try a little bit? And I'm like, fuck, thinking in my head, like, shit, dude. I remember my blood absolutely just start cranking, like, blood pressure probably 190 over fucking 95, absolutely heart rate 160, fucking full push mode. And I was like, fuck yeah, let me try it. So he slides it over to me. I remember him handing me his fucking Bic lighter. Thing was absolutely clapped. It didn't even have like the fucking shield on it. I remember this super vividly, and I cracked this thing and I'm like, holy fuck, it's a flame. And he's like, yeah, you can just tap the bowl a little bit, you should be good. So, you know, I'm putting this thing up to my mouth. I'm not really knowing, like, fuck, how big of a hit should I take? Like, what should I do? And I remember, like, lighting the entire bowl with this absolute fucking flame monster he gave me. And I take a choker. Absolutely cough my lungs out for days. Go ahead and take another one, because he's like, you know what your dad does. Don't be a fucking pussy. Come on. So I pretty much cashed this entire bowl. I'm taking rips, coughing my lungs out. Never smoked anything in my life. I've only smoked like once or twice off a Nick stick, and that's another story for itself. But I remember like going inside, and I'm just like, fine, I don't feel any difference. And I remember thinking to myself like, if this is what it is, fuck, this isn't bad at all. So I'm like sitting there, and my dad comes in, he's like, how you feeling, bud? And I'm like, I don't really feel any different, Dad. And he's like, no, come on. He's like calling my bluff and saying I'm bullshitting him and all this. I'm like, no, dude, like I for real, I feel fucking the same. And he's like, no way. Come on, let's go back out here. And I remember my mom looking at him, and I'm just gonna use his name because he doesn't give a fuck. But I remember my mom going, Damien, no, don't let him do another one. And he's like, oh, all right, yeah, no, he's not. And I remember going out there, and he's just like, all right, here we go. Starts packing me another one after he ashed the other, and he just hands it over to me. And I obviously I learned from the first go around. He's like, just corner it. Obviously I know cornering is kind of bullshit now, but I go ahead and corner it. I rip the whole thing, absolutely cough my lung out. My mom comes out and yelling at us, what are you guys doing? Yada yada. And I remember she's just like, my dad's like, it's okay, just let him do it, come on, this is a man's moment, yada yada. A couple other things, but I can't really remember at the top of my head. I smoked this whole bowl, and I remember like, dude, I don't know, I felt normal. I did not feel anything. I remember the rest of the night I was just finishing my videos, watched a couple different ones, and I honestly did not feel anything. Now I know there's gonna be some people in the comments, oh, your dad's weed was boof, this, that, and the other. My dad used to also be a grower back in the day. There's some stories on him. He's like, Carter, I used to grow the strain Willie Nelson for Willie Nelson. And I'm like, all right, Dad. All right, dude, I believe ya. But I did not get high off this fucking weed. Now, I've definitely heard of people not getting high, but like, I did not feel a fucking thing. Now, the next time I smoked, that was a completely different story, and that's for a whole different time. But that was pretty much the reason why, and the first time I ever smoked the motherfucking weeds. And it's honestly changed my life from there. I don't think the next time I smoked weed was actually, because this was in what, July? Yeah, this was July, August of 2019. And I remember I didn't smoke until I had turned 18 into the year of 2020. That was my first actually kind of started the everyday use, but that's for a whole different story. I hope you guys enjoyed the F1 gameplay. I know I was not the best. I kind of fucked some shit up. I enjoyed like not hitting the reset button or the flashback. Like, I'll just go from gate drop to finish and see what the fuck happens. But I know it wasn't a normal fucking grow video. I have one tent is currently in flower, the Hey Abby's in flower, and the other tent we're gonna veg out just for a little bit longer. We have the 8 beans veg video coming. Stay tuned for that, guys. I'm super excited. I didn't really know how to start this video. I didn't really know how to really organize it. What if I should put gameplay in the back, if I should just sit down and talk. I figured this was probably the best option, so you know, you guys can, I don't know, kind of watch me just fuck around on the game. But I just want to say thank you guys so much if you made it to the end of this video. If you did, go ahead and comment down, in quotation, the weeds, WEEDS. I don't know. That was the only thing off the top of my head. But again, if you guys like this video, go ahead and comment down below. Say something stupid to make me laugh. It makes my day. If you guys enjoyed this or had a laugh, please go ahead and like and subscribe. That shit makes my day too. And fuck, I just hope we keep growing together, guys. I don't have anything else to say. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.